I'm McKenna Hall, and I am a freelance musician. The job of a freelance musician is a little bit of a mystery, so I'll start at the beginning. So I've had music in my life for as long as I can remember. My mom is a music teacher, and my dad was always in music, so the whole family was always doing music. When I got to high school is when it became a more serious thing for me. And in high school is also when I started to work professionally as a musician. So just at bars around town and restaurants, I would get booked to perform, and just myself and my acoustic guitar, I would perform cover songs. So that was kind of where it began, and around my junior or senior year of high school is when I decided I wanted to make it my career. So I decided to go to Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where I live now still, and I graduated from Belmont in 2023. So I went to Belmont for commercial music voice, and I had an emphasis in songwriting. I did learn a lot through my degree at Belmont, and I felt quite equipped to go into the professional world, but most of what I got from Belmont was a lot of the connections that ended up being segues into jobs. One of the biggest parts right now of my career as a freelance musician came from one of my connections at Belmont. One of my professors recommended me to one of the owners of the 12 South Band, and that is a corporate band. We call it a corporate band. They call themselves a luxury party band. So we perform for big weddings, big corporate events. Some cities will host events that we perform for, and I am one of many singers that they employ. I am a backup singer-dancer for an artist called Molly Grace. You should look her up, she's really great. But that relationship started also while I was at Belmont. I met Molly through an a cappella group that we did, and I started working for her while I was in college. So I sang backup for her at different shows she would do, performances, competitions, and that has now become the other biggest part of my career. So I've done 2 tours with Molly so far. We did one in June singing, we were opening for an artist called Betty Who, and we toured for about 3 weeks. And this latest tour that I was just on was a 2-month-long full North American tour that Molly was headlining. I'm also a songwriter, so that's another facet of my career. It's a smaller part, but I do write with other people. I write by myself as well, but I wouldn't consider that as big of a part of my career as far as income. But I write with other artists, and then sometimes they release the songs. In 2024, I performed at Bonnaroo, which was a huge deal for me because going to Belmont and living in Tennessee, everybody goes to Bonnaroo, and I got to be a performer. It was really hot there. That was a new challenge as a singer, is performing in a hot tent, but it was a really cool experience. I also performed this year at the festival All Things Go, which I didn't realize how big of a festival that is, but I got to see some really cool artists and meet them backstage. And that's just kind of a part of my career that I never anticipated happening. Not being an artist, you think that getting to meet some of your favorite artists is something for famous people. But working as a backup singer, I've gotten to be a part of that world.